Flounder is a valuable fish, mainly caught in coastal waters. To catch fish effectively, fishermen often use methods such as net fishing, fishing with lines, or using boats with special equipment. The most common method is to expand the net. The trawl is dropped into the sea from the boat and dragged across the seabed, where the flounder often hides deep. In addition, fishermen can also use nets to catch fish when they move close to the shore, or catch fish by fishing with attractive bait. Flounder is characterized by lying on the bottom, so it is very important to determine the correct location where it often appears. Some areas also use traps placed on the seabed to passively catch flounder, in addition to using trawls and fishing with lines. Another method used to catch flounder is to use trawl nets, which are usually dropped to the seabed at night, when the flounder often move to feed. Fishermen will check the nets the following day to collect the targets. This method has the advantage of minimizing the impact on the marine environment and other species. As the nets are designed to catch only flounder without harming other fish species. An important factor: it is important in fishing to know the ecological and seasonal characteristics of their products. Flounder often migrate in certain seasons, so fishermen need to grasp information about the biological characteristics of this species to be able to fish effectively and sustainably. Along with the development of technology, fishermen now also use positioning devices and depth sounders to find areas where flounder concentrate, thereby improving fishing efficiency and minimizing risks. Finally, the protection of flounder resources is becoming an important issue, as this fish can be exploited in the process without proper management measures. Regulations on the size of the halibut that can be caught and the fishing season play an essential role in preserving marine resources for future generations. To protect halibut stocks, many countries and seas have established conservation areas where fishing is restricted or prohibited during certain periods. This measure not only helps maintain wild fish numbers but also protects the biodiversity of marine ecosystems. In addition, monitoring and control programs for halibut fishing have also been developed, which discourage illegal fishing and encourage fishermen to comply with environmental protection regulations. To maintain the existence, scientific research on the biology of halibut also plays an important role in developing sustainable fishing strategies. Scientists study the breeding cycle, migration and living habits of flounder to provide fishermen with the necessary information to help them exploit this resource in a reasonable and sustainable way. The combination of science, technology and environmental protection solutions is the key to ensuring the sustainable development of flounder fisheries in the future. In short, flounder fishing is a profession that brings great economic benefits, but it also needs to be carried out in a responsible manner to protect this resource for future generations. Fishermen, managers and communities need to work closely together to ensure that flounder fishing not only brings immediate benefits but also maintains the sustainability of marine resources. In addition to regulations on conservation and protection of flounder resources, educating fishing communities about the importance of sustainable fishing is also necessary. Environmental protection organizations and authorities need to organize training courses and seminars to raise awareness among fishermen about the correct way to harvest horns and the negative impacts of harvesting processes. This will help change the habits of those involved in this profession. and encourage them to use less expensive and more environmentally friendly fishing methods. In addition, the application of modern technology also contributes to improving fishing efficiency and minimizing negative impacts on the environment. For example, smart monitoring systems and data management software can help fishermen monitor and evaluate halibut fishing areas, thereby optimizing fishing processes and minimizing dangerous work in sensitive areas such as conservation areas or areas where halibut are in the spawning season. Finally, international cooperation is also important in the work of halibut conservation. Flounder is a large ocean species that can migrate across many countries and territories. Therefore, international agreements and regulations on the protection of this species are necessary to ensure that flounder fishing is carried out in a coordinated, efficient and sustainable manner on a global scale. To improve the effectiveness of flounder conservation, initiatives on aquaculture and restoration of flounder resources are also increasingly focused. The development of halibut farms in artificial environments, combined with measures to reintroduce halibut into the wild, is gradually becoming a potential solution to reduce fishing pressure from the sea. These farms not only help protect wild halibut populations but can also provide a stable supply of halibut, helping to meet consumption demand without negatively affecting wild halibut numbers. In particular, the application of sustainable farming methods such as fish farming and recirculating aquaculture systems, RAS, or forms of farming combined with other marine organisms can help minimize environmental impacts. Save resources and ensure product quality. The model of farming halibut in closed or nearshore waters will be able to regenerate part of the fish supply without having to exploit it directly from nature, along with measures to conserve and regenerate resources. Developing a sustainable halibut market is also an important factor. Consumers need to be educated about the benefits of choosing halibut products that come from sustainable fishing methods or from certified farming models. Certifications such as the MSC, Marine Stewardship Council, or ASC, Aquaculture Stewardship Council, sustainability certification can be a standard to distinguish legal and environmentally friendly products. Another important factor in protecting halibut is improving fishing tools and equipment. Fishermen can use nets with appropriate hole sizes to avoid catching juvenile fish or other non-target species. The application of modern technologies such as underwater sensors and radars can also help reduce bycatch and minimize the impact on marine ecosystems. With all these measures, a sustainable future for the halibut fishery is entirely possible. However, this requires efforts not only from fishermen but also from authorities, environmental protection organizations, scientists and the community. Only when all parties cooperate closely and responsibly can halibut resources be protected and developed strongly, while bringing long-term benefits to both humans and nature. To achieve the goal of sustainable halibut resources, an indispensable factor is the change in consumption habits and awareness of the people. Consumers play an important role in promoting a sustainable halibut market. Choosing halibut products that are certified as legally caught, environmentally protected or from sustainable farming models will help create a strong incentive for fishermen and producers to adopt fishing methods that have a low impact on nature. A growing trend around the world is to promote smart and responsible consumption. Restaurants, supermarkets and retail channels also need to lead by example in providing halibut products from sustainable sources. While communicating the value of protecting the seas and marine life, raising consumer awareness of environmental issues will not only help protect halibut but also other marine species. Furthermore, supportive policies from governments and regulatory agencies are important in creating an environment that is conducive to conservation and sustainable development. Governments can provide incentives, such as tax breaks for fishermen who adopt environmentally friendly fishing methods, or financial support for sustainable halibut farming models. In addition, fishing management strategies such as catch quotas, protected seasons, and no-take zones should also be strictly enforced to ensure that halibut resources are not depleted. At the same time, non-governmental organizations, NGOs, and environmental organizations can play an important role in promoting and raising public awareness. They can coordinate with authorities and local communities to organize marine protection campaigns, coral reef restoration and protection activities, helping to improve halibut habitats. These campaigns not only help protect flounder, but also protect marine ecosystems, thereby supporting the long-term development of fisheries and aquaculture. Finally, the development of scientific research on flounder and other marine species is also extremely important. These studies will help scientists better understand the behavior, growth, migration and factors affecting the development of flounder, thereby being able to develop more reasonable fishing management strategies. The research also helps to predict trends in marine environmental change and their effects on marine species, providing an important database for conservation decisions. All the best elements when combined will create a comprehensive system of butterfish protection, ensuring that we can maintain this valuable resource not only now but also for future systems. Flounder is a bottom-dwelling fish. So catching it requires special techniques. One of the most common methods is to use a trawl, which is dropped from a boat and dragged across the seabed. Trawl nets catch flounder when they are close to the bottom or moving not far from shore. In addition, fishermen can also use a trawl net to drop into areas where flounder congregate, or use a cast net, a passive form of fishing, when flounder move through prohibited fishing areas. Flounder fishing is also a popular method, with attractive baits dropped near the seabed, in particular, because flounder often have the habit of lying still in one place. It is very important to determine the correct location of the fish to ensure the effectiveness of the fishing process. In addition to the above methods, fishermen can also apply other techniques to catch flounder, such as using bottom traps. These traps are often placed in areas frequented by flounder, and are designed to only catch flounder without harming other marine life. When flounder swim into the trap, they cannot escape, allowing fishermen to harvest fish efficiently. In addition, modern fishermen also apply technology to finding and catching flounder. Sonar and underwater radar devices help detect flounder schools and locate areas with high fish density, thereby optimizing fishing. An important factor when catching flounder is choosing the right time and season. Flounder often migrate seasonally, so knowing information about their migration time will help fishermen plan their fishing properly. Avoid overexploitation and protect long-term resources. In short, catching flounder requires a combination of traditional experience and modern technology. To maintain this resource, it is important to apply sustainable and reasonable fishing methods. To ensure that halibut fishing is sustainable, fishermen also need to pay attention to regulations on protecting aquatic resources. Many countries have issued strict laws, requiring fishermen to comply with fishing seasons and minimum sizes of halibut that can be caught. These measures help limit the capture of juvenile fish, protect halibut populations from decline and give them the opportunity to thrive in the wild. One important strategy to protect halibut is to establish marine protected areas where fishermen are not allowed to fish. These areas provide halibut and other marine species with space to grow and reproduce, thereby maintaining biodiversity. Fishermen regularly attend training courses and awareness programs to better understand the importance of protecting the marine environment and how to apply sustainable fishing methods. In addition, another important factor is the development of halibut farming models instead of relying solely on wild fishing. Raising halibut in aquaculture farms helps reduce pressure on natural resources, while creating a stable supply for the market. However, to ensure that the halibut farming industry also develops sustainably, strict quality standards and control procedures are needed to limit negative impacts on the environment and public health. Thus, halibut fishing not only requires effective technical methods but also needs to be combined with measures to protect and develop sustainable resources. Only when all these elements are deployed in a coordinated and responsible manner can we ensure the long-term survival of halibut in the wild and sustain fisheries for future generations to improve the effectiveness of halibut conservation. The application of advanced technology in the fisheries sector also plays an important role. Monitoring and tracking systems, such as underwater sensors and GPS locators, help fishermen determine the exact location and density of halibut, thereby reducing overfishing and bycatch. These technologies not only assist in finding fish, but also help to minimize negative impacts on other species and the marine environment. This is especially important in the context of climate change and changes in the marine environment that may affect the distribution of halibut. In addition, the application of less environmentally harmful fishing methods such as small hole nets,